Simon & Schuster Audio presents All the President's Men by Carl Bernstein and Bob Woodward. Read by Richard Poe.
Watergate at 50 years. President George Washington, in his celebrated 1796 farewell address, cautioned that American democracy was fragile. Cunning, ambitious, and unprincipled men will be enabled to subvert the power of the people and to usurp for themselves the reins of government, he warned. Two of his successors, Richard Nixon and Donald Trump, demonstrate the shocking genius of our first president's foresight. As reporters, we had studied Nixon and written about him for nearly half a century, during which we believed with great conviction that never again would America have a president who would trample the national interest and succeed in undermining democracy through the audacious pursuit of personal and political self-interest. And then along came Trump. The heart of Nixon's criminality was his successful subversion of the electoral process itself, the most fundamental element of American democracy. He accomplished it through a massive campaign of political espionage, sabotage, and disinformation that enabled him to literally determine who his opponent would be in the presidential election of 1972. With a covert budget of just $250,000, a team of undercover Nixon operatives derailed the presidential campaign of Senator Edmund Muskie of Maine, the Democrats' most electable candidate. Nixon then ran against Senator George McGovern, a South Dakota Democrat widely viewed as the much weaker candidate, and won in a historic landslide, with 61% of the vote and carrying 49 of the 50 states. Over the next 2 years, Nixon's illegal conduct was gradually exposed by the news media, the Senate Watergate Committee, special prosecutors, a House impeachment investigation, and finally by the Supreme Court. In a unanimous decision, the court ordered Nixon to turn over his secret tape recordings that doomed his presidency. These instruments of American democracy finally stopped Nixon dead in his tracks, forcing the only resignation of a president in American history. Donald Trump not only sought to destroy the electoral system through false claims of voter fraud and unprecedented public intimidation of state election officials, but he then attempted to prevent the peaceful transfer of power to his duly elected successor.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?